Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. I just want to say a quick little thank you so much for your patience while I figured out life stuff and haven't been able to film anything really. So before I just start yapping your ears off, let's get back into the game, shall we? Alright, so it's been a bit since we last played. We're just gonna continue on. I don't think we have much of the game left.
Once upon a time, in a deep and ancient forest, crafty goblins faced the truth about the darkness in the big wooden house.
It had come for the wise princess, driving her mad and causing her to attack them.
When they started asking questions about the princess in the darkness, the goblins realized that no one else in the forest wanted to know the truth.
So they dug and searched and asked hurtful questions, learning more about the wise princess than they had ever hoped to.
But the search took its toll. The darkness was proving too much for Sister Goblin, and yet Brother Goblin kept diving deeper and deeper until Sister Goblin finally said, enough.
And that was how the goblins found themselves separated again, hurt and confused, with so many unanswered questions and too many opened wounds. Allison, wake up.
This is a weird dream.
You killed me.
You killed your mother. You will end up like me. Uh-oh. Ooh. We just fall out of bed? We just throw ourselves out of bed? That looks not good. Fire? Sounds like fire.
She could only go forward and find a new place for herself in this world, where she was no longer truly a princess in a tiara and a beautiful gown, but a wan woman alone in a deep and ancient wood.
You killed me.
You killed me!
Chapter 3, Inheritance. So we had found out that Allison had killed Marianne, but it seemed like it was in self-defense. And I remember there being some stuff where Marianne had seemed to be like trying to understand Tyler and his transition, but I don't know if it was explained yet what put her in like the mindset that she was in on the day that she died. I don't think I've ever just like sat with my face in a sink full of water. Let's read it. Morning. I started collecting the documents you need for your rental application. Left the file for you downstairs on the kitchen counter. If you're still coming to meet Dee for lunch, you can drop off the documents and I'll make some copies for you. Take it easy today. Uncle Eddie. P.S. My famous Buck Up buckwheat waffles are slowly growing cold in the kitchen. I love the little drawing of the waffle in the bottom corner. That's cute.
He's right. Time to get my shit together.
Time to get our shit in. Shit in? Time to get our shit together indeed. What's this? Is this just a closet or is this the door out? I don't want to leave yet.
Now would be a good time to stop smoking and maybe do a detox at 12.
Were we just fucking smoking cigarettes? Damn.
How did we go from being so alike to total opposites? I gotta think about something else.
Aww. Bathroom?
I could do my laundry. Ugh. Maybe later.
That is such a mood about doing laundry.
There's not enough concealer in the world to erase the night I had. Good to know I look just as bad as I feel.
Perfect. Excellent. We're ready. We're ready to go. Let's go. Time to take on the day.
I miss the slopes. Eddie looks so young here. The days have gotten so short. It's gonna be a long winter.
Read. Estimated tidal schedule. Delos Crossing. Alright, so just the tide schedule. Alright. Very cool. Can I go into this room? No.
What the?
Ah!
I should probably eat something. God, I feel so weak.
What's in here?
Eddie looked pretty concerned when I came home last night. I should have talked to him about what happened, but what the hell was I supposed to say?
Fair.
I'm glad he never pushed me to change my last name.
In the Superior Court for the State of Alaska, a Delos Crossing Family Court, in the matter of the protective proceeding of Allison Ronan. Minor, date of birth 1994. A hearing in this matter was held before Judge Master J. Hernandez. Findings. The court finds that the court has jurisdiction over this matter and venue is proper in this court. The minor is not a native child within the meaning of the ICWA 25. The minor's tribe or native village is... Okay, notice of the hearing. Parental rights. The minor is not married and all parental rights of custody have been terminated or suspended by circumstances or prior court order as follows. Deceased lone parent, father unknown, estranged family members. Okay.
I gotta take care of that rental application. Still can't believe Eddie never told me he was paying for fireweed. That was a good memory, even though Tyler couldn't come.
There's a lot of stuff up here.
Eddie must have been back and forth to Juneau all the time to these shows before he got stuck here taking care of me.
That, whatever that is, looks cute. I want it. A saxophone?
Haven't heard him play in a while. It just sits there collecting dust.
I didn't realize Eddie played the sax.
A secret keeper in her secret keep.
Book of Goblins. Previous. I need to know what the secret was, said one of the goblins. Let's go buy it. So the goblins approached the secret keeper before she could stow away Moose's secret. We want to buy Moose's secret. What do you have to trade? Asked the secret keeper, her voice filling their minds. The goblins produced a silver-handled hairbrush they had stolen from the princess, and the secret keeper nodded. And that is how the goblins came to know that Moose's mate had tumbled down a cliffside to her death. This is really morbid for a children's book that was made. The secret keeper moved on. The first of the goblins said, "I want to know more." So the goblins followed the secret keeper, hoping to find where she hid the secrets. They followed her to the peak of a nearby ridge and watched as she stowed the rest of the day's secrets high in a cloud. When she had gone, they climbed a high spruce tree that disappeared into the misty sky. They reached out and just managed to dip their hands into the clouds. Their heads were filled with memories, and they snatched their hands back out as if they had just thrust them in boiling water. Tears poured down their cheeks. That was how the secret keeper found them, crying in the tree. You stole my secrets, seethed the secret keeper. Give them back! The crafty goblins stopped crying because they saw an opportunity. What will you give us in exchange? They asked. I will give you back the silver-handled hairbrush, offered the secret keeper. For so many secrets? Pfft, you'll have to offer more than that. What if, said the secret keeper, I shared the gift of voice? The crafty goblins grew excited. That will do. So the secret keeper shared the gift of voice with the goblins, and immediately they found that they could hear one another's thoughts and feel each other's feelings. The crafty goblins gave back the secrets they had taken and ran back to the big wooden house. There, they found the princess preparing food. They tried to peer into her mind, but they found it was blank. They tried to speak to her using only their own minds, but she could not hear them. It seemed the secret keeper was craftier than the crafty goblins, for she had only shared enough of her power to let the goblins use the gift of voice with each other and not with the whole of the forest. And that is how the goblins stole the gift of voice from the secret keeper, but why they could only use it with each other. Wait, was I able to actually, like, look inside it?
Secret keeper and her secret keep.
Look.
Maybe there's something in the Book of Goblins that'll help me figure this out.
Oh. The silver hairbrush, maybe? Uh-oh, there is...
I haven't heard him play in a while. It just sits there collecting dust.
Is a
This
puzzle?
is personal.
My dearest son, I know I'm not getting better this time, so I wanted to write a few things down for you. I'm sorry to be leaving you so soon. I had you late in my life, but I still thought there would be more time. It makes me happy to know you will have the clan when I am gone, and you will have your auntie to look after you. You have always seemed to know when it was time to leave. From the time you were a year old, you knew which shoes belonged on which feet, and you used to bring me mine whenever I was getting ready to go somewhere. I could never figure out how you knew I was ready to leave, but there you'd be with my shoes every time. You never cried or made a fuss, just helped me on my way. I hope this leaving will be just as easy, and though I won't need you to fetch me my shoes, I know you'll help me on my way. Your strength has always been to accept what is and to do what needs to be done. I'm so proud of you for joining the police force. People are going to look to you as leader now, and I know you won't let them down. Please help the young people remember our way of life. We have thrived as a people since time before memory because of our cultural values. Don't let them lose that. Also, remember how important it is to attend to everyone, not just the ones who fit in. It is our way to lift each other up. Everyone has something to offer to the community. They may not even see it in themselves, so you've got to show them. Help them along their path as you've always done. Remember, when you uplift others, it makes you stronger too. Mom. Oh. What's in here? What's that?
I don't think I know any Claires in Delos Crossing, but I shouldn't
Claire?
be snooping in here.
Who's Claire? Why did we move that? Okay. Like, hey Eddie, don't forget about this Claire person. Can I go in here? No. Oh.
Something's not right. What is this?
I don't remember how to... Oh boy. I need to... Key bindings. Is it bond? It is.
He doesn't like this kind of attention, but he really does so much for the community.
Dear Chief Brown, thank you so much for bringing our children home safe last weekend. Without you, they might have gotten behind the wheel, and who knows what could have happened to them or anyone else. We'll always be grateful for your wisdom. Thanks again for keeping this off the books. They are good kids who made a mistake, and Lord knows how a police record can compromise a child's future. We know they will remember your words for a long time, but please rest assured that we will do whatever we can to make sure they understand the extent of what could have occurred, so they can raise awareness among their peers in the community. God bless you, Gail and Toby Locklear, Karen and Brody Moore. Boots?
So many months of snow boots ahead.
Lots of boots.
I need to get all that paperwork together. Maybe that'll help me focus and clear my head.
It's weird, it kind of seems like I can't.
I can't really eat anything right now.
But those waffles look good.
Here's the file. Just need my ID and pay stubs. Okay.
We were family, Allison. How could you do this to me?
Fuck. I've got to think about something else. Focus. ID and pay stubs.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like I can actually, like... ID and pay stubs. Got this. Tenant info sheet. Employment. This is verification. Earns a yearly salary of $24K. As an accounting assistant? I mean, I guess this is like a rural town, and this was what, 2015? Damn. It's not a great wage. What's in the fridge? Lunch with Dee Wednesday. Don't
Maybe
forget.
If I make something for Dee, it'll help calm me down.
Don't forget, her birthday gift.
I should have let myself enjoy these trips more.
Vancouver. I used to live there. Open the drawer. What's this? Michael's Special Creamy Crab Hot Pot. Ooh. Saute grated onion and garlic in melted butter over low to medium heat. Add celery and carrot and wait until they're soft. Add potatoes, vegetable broth, and seasoning to taste. Celery, salt, black pepper, paprika, crushed red pepper flakes. Cover and simmer until potatoes are cooked. Add creamy corn and crab meat. Fresh parsley, heat and simmer. Serve hot in bowls with wedges of lemon on the side. Enjoy. That sounds delicious. And now I am very hungry. Okay, let me look.
Where did I stash my pay stubs? Eddie says there's a plant for every pain. Except heartache.
Ginger tea, wild rose tea, chamomile, nut, organic spread. You can't. There it is. Nut.
I so don't want to go back to the station. Not after yesterday.
Yesterday was a weird fucking day, wasn't it?
Must be great to feel like you belong somewhere. Anywhere.
It's a good photo. Where's our pay stubs? Take the money. I have a coin.
What if I just packed a bag and left? And never looked back?
That's our keys, I see.
I wonder if I'll ever hear from Tina again.
Open the wallet. Are our pay stubs in the wallet?
Ah, here's my ID.
Oh. Get the ID. Cool.
This place was never much more than a bachelor pad, huh? There was so much I planned to do. All those sacrifices I made. And how do you repay me? Lying to my face?
I can't
You're not
move.
my child. My clan deserves better.
Oh, stop it, Allison. You have to stop torturing yourself. Just grab your pay stubs so you can get the hell out of here.
Shit's fucky.
God, the world feels so fucking small right now.
Seattle.
I've got to find a way to get out of my head.
Cute. Pay stubs. Where are my pay stubs? Ooh.
Allison, please. It's a damn shame.
What's a damn
Come on,
shame?
Allison, don't start. I wish I thought shooting some hoops would help me forget all this. I wonder what Michael would think about all this. Would he even get it?
Where are my pay stubs?
I don't feel like listening to anything right now.
What, you don't want to put on some tunes? Where the fuck are my pay stubs?
I wish you could just change your mood as easily as a record.
Were they like in my purse? No? Allison, where did you put them?
You swore, Allison.
It's nothing. This is nothing.
It doesn't feel like nothing, Allison. What's in here?
I wish Eddie's mom could have taught me how to do this.
Allison, where did we put our things? What's this? Oh no, I already did this.
I can't leave without all my application stuff.
Allison. Oh, what's in here? Did I go in here?
The paperwork's not down there. I told him I wanted to stop messing with those memories, but he wouldn't listen.
Oh.
Brother, sister, we look out for each other. That's what you said. But you don't mean what you say, do you? They're just words. You left me, Allison, all alone and scared.
Oh no.
What the hell is wrong with me?
We're having a time. What's in here? Pay stubs?
God, where is it?
Why am I so bad at... Is it under the bed?
Not here.
Like, I don't know about y'all, but like, if I need to hang on to pay stubs, I have a very... Oop, that's not what I wanted to do. I have a very specific place to put them. And I would just know immediately where they are.
Not here.
You know? Especially as an accounting assistant. This is
Here
it.
they are.
She's like, where did I put my pay stubs?
Okay. I think I've got everything I need for the... Wish I could just book a one-way ticket to the other side of the world.
Did I read this? Hi, Tyler. I know we haven't talked by phone in a while, and I think that's mostly my fault, so I'm sorry. I've just been so wrapped up in my own problems. Sometimes I forget you aren't that far away. Senior year has been the worst ever. I dated this guy for a few months, Bobby, hopefully you don't remember him, only to realize he was a total jerk who didn't give a shit about me. I don't know why it took me so long to figure that out, or why I let it take over my entire school year. I honestly feel so stupid. But I also feel stupid for feeling stupid. Ugh. Anyway, I think what I'm trying to say is life sucks without you. I miss you. I miss your presence, and I miss talking in our voice. Do you want to come to my graduation party next Friday? Nothing amazing. We'll just have dinner with Uncle Eddie and some neighbors. Tessa might swing by. I'd really love it if you were there. I realize now I could just call and invite you. I don't know why I'm writing a letter, but maybe with all the time apart, I've forgotten how to communicate with you. I'm sorry. I hope we can get back to where we were someday soon. Love, Allison. Alright, let's go. Oh, look at the puppy. Cute. Alright, let's
Where's that coming from? Where did I leave my phone last night?
Oh no.
Allison, help!
Allison, please.
The Mad Hunter. What's wrong with me?
Where's my phone? Sounds like it's getting further away. That's like garbage. Where's my bag? I've already lost my shit.
Wait, I still need my phone.
It doesn't sound like it's coming from over here.
Where's that damn phone? No, no phone here. The ringing seems to be coming from downstairs.
Of course it is. Of course it's coming from downstairs. Why wouldn't it be coming from downstairs? Oh no. I've been watching too much paranormal shit lately to know that going to the basement is a bad choice.
My dove.
Yeah.
Only thieves and monsters hide in the dark. Fly back to the light, Allison.
What the?
Oh, I don't like whatever is happening right now.
No, no, no. I cannot deal with you right now.
It's under the book there.
Not here.
Why? Why is it here?
What's it doing here?
Every so often you hear like the creaking.
Hey, Dee.
Finally. I was starting to get worried. Why didn't you pick up?
Yeah, sorry. I didn't have my phone on me.
Okay. Well, I just wanted to make sure we were still on for lunch.
Yeah, of course. I'm getting ready right now.
That so? Because it kind of sounds like I woke you up.
That's just how I sound. Anyways, I still have a few things to do before I can leave, but I'll be there.
That's
All
just
right,
my
hon. See you
voice.
soon.
Get it together, Allison. Come on. Grab the file, get dressed, and head out. Or it'd be nice to make a gift for Dee. I've got enough time to carve something for Dee.
Do we just know wood carving? That's kind of impressive, to be honest. I love this idea that we just, like, make a gift in 10 seconds. We're like, yes, perfect. Cute. Very pretty. What's over here?
I've been pretty grinchy about Christmas since I came here. Eddie tries so hard.
I love Christmas. What's this? Photo album.
You should have taken care of yourself first, Marianne. We deserve this. Is a totally different life. Eddie can't cope with getting rid of any of Carol's stuff.
What is that sound?
Tyler and I should bike around the lake when we've patched things up.
The doghouse?
I miss you, pup.
Oh. What's in here? Fishing rods?
Eddie's been too busy to fish lately. I know he's missing it.
Read. Alaska Department of Fish and Game. Okay, so this is a fishing permit. Tips of tails must be removed and salmon harvest must be recorded prior to leaving fishing site or concealing fish from view. The head of household is allowed 25 salmon, and each additional member is allowed 10 salmon. A household is allowed 10 flounders. Total household members, 2. Total household salmon limit, 35. This permit is for the Sparrow Bay, Deep Salt Lake, and Tanaki rivers only. You must have this permit with you while fishing. You must remove the tips of tails and record your harvest at the place where salmon were taken from the water. Check the South Central Sport Fishing regulations for legal times, gear, and species restrictions. Fishing license, it's good to have. I haven't gone fishing in so long. I used to go with my grandparents. We would travel down to the States every, like, spring break. Someone ringing the doorbell?
Morning. Hey, Allie.
Hey. Hi, guys. What are you doing here?
Tessa and I were worried after you called in sick last night. She's busy at the cafe, but she sent over some coconut cake.
Ooh.
Since you won't be making it in for lunch.
That's nice, Tom. Thanks.
I'm gonna head on inside. Freezing my butt off out here.
You stay outside, Tom.
Thanks.
Is Tyler not around today?
We had a fight.
We had a fight. I think we just needed to get out of each other's hair for a little bit.
I'm sorry to hear that. You were so happy he was coming home.
Oh, it's okay. We'll get over it.
I really hope so. So, Tessa told me a little bit about what happened at the cemetery.
Yeah, I'm sorry it got so intense. It's just, we really needed to understand why Marianne did what she did.
I forgot that we went to the
Especially
cemetery.
Oh, of course, of course. She gets that. You two didn't say anything she wasn't already thinking. She spent years blaming herself.
Well, she wasn't the only one involved. There was a lot of blame to go around.
I'm glad you're able to see that. It seems like your brother, well, he's not nearly so forgiving, is he?
He has been pretty harsh, especially on Eddie.
He's been going through a lot,
We
though.
both got tired of people lying to us for our own good.
Yes, of course. Totally reasonable. Though, I am sorry you're the one taking all the repercussions. I heard about the fight with your uncle. I really hope your brother appreciates your sacrifices.
He will. I mean, he does. I'm sorry, but I'm pretty beat.
We need to go get dressed.
Oh, of course.
And go
I'll let
see
you
Dee.
rest. Tell Michael there's no need to hurry back.
Okay. Thanks for stopping by, Tom.
Bye now. Take care.
Sorry for abandoning you out there. Pro tip? Avoid catching a ride with Tom at all cost.
Did he talk about the new spicy chocolate bars?
Yep.
Spicy chocolate
And
bars.
exactly what they do to his digestion.
You're free now.
Well, he said you don't have to rush back to the store.
Oh, good. Because I did not plan to. I've been overdoing it on double shifts this week. I'm beat.
I know the feeling.
I like Michael.
Help yourself to some waffles if you want. That's Eddie's way of saying I'm worried about you.
Oh, that's cute. But I had a ridiculously huge breakfast, so I'm good.
I'm glad you're here, Michael. Thanks for coming.
Coffee and a friendly face is just what the doctor ordered, right?
I just feel like
Always.
cuddling up in front of the TV all day. Maybe finally binge that last season of Witches of Eldom.
Then do it.
I gotta drag my lazy ass out to have lunch with Dee.
Yeah, we do.
I've been kind of freaking out on repeat today.
What do you mean?
It's hard to describe, but I just can't calm down.
You ever try any of that affirmation type shit? Look, when things get dark, I tell myself that whatever I'm going through will pass. That I'm a great person and my feelings are valid.
This will pass. I'm a great person. My feelings are valid.
We'll work on it, but that's a good start. Allison, what's going on?
Tyler and I fought.
Tyler and I had a fight last night. I was so excited to have him back, but what if 10 years was too much and we're too different?
I don't think so. You just need to get to know each other again. Start with the small shit. Figure out what each other's favorite foods are, you know? And then build up to the big stuff.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Michael's
Last few
right.
days have been a lot. And it's totally okay to be overwhelmed. You're gonna figure it all out. Families are fucked up. They're basically fuck-up factories.
You're right. I just need to relax.
I mean, I feel like relaxing is easier said than done, you know?
So, maybe this will cheer you up. I think I found the perfect place. Check it out.
Perfect place for what? Oh, for renting. Yeah?
It's pretty cool, right? Deposit's a bit high, but it's got 2 large bedrooms and a view of the channel.
You're really going to give up our home to live in this ugly box?
Yes.
Oh God.
Allison, look at me. You okay?
I'm just... I need to... I just need to sit down.
We're having a rough go.
It's okay. I got you. What's going on?
We're just seeing shit. Tell Mike about the memories. Why not?
God, everything? My anxiety's through the roof. I can't eat anything without getting sick, and I've been seeing things. Memories. Of Marianne, and me, and Tyler when we were kids, and Eddie, and... It used to just be stuff I'm pretty sure really happened, but Now I see them everywhere. Shouting every shitty thought I've ever had about myself. I don't know how much more of it I can take.
That's intense. I'm sorry, has... anything like this happened to you before?
Right after Marianne died, I had a lot of panic attacks, but nothing exactly like this.
Come here, Allie.
Oh.
I hear you. Okay? I hear you.
Michael's good people.
He must think I'm completely nuts.
No. I think you went through some really bad shit. You never saw anyone about it, right?
Yeah, I've looked into therapists a few times, but they're all so far away and so expensive.
Well, you know what I went through in 2011. I don't know if I'd still be here if I hadn't gotten help. You got that money coming in from the house.
Maybe it's time.
For our apartment in Juneau. I don't want to bail on you.
Look, I know you hate letting people down, but you gotta put your own oxygen mask on first. I get that, and so does Tyler.
Thanks. I'll try. I really need to work on the house today, but Tyler's crashing out there. Not sure if I'm ready to face him.
If you want, I could go out there, see how he's feeling, and if he's ready to talk. What do you think?
That could work. A little bit of a buffer.
Yeah, maybe that could work. I hope he'll talk to you, though. He's never been the best at opening up to new people. You sure?
Yeah, of course. I don't mind trying if it might patch things up between you two.
Oh shit, I'm gonna be late for my lunch with Dee. I still need to change and stuff, but I can drop you off at the store if you want.
Sure, thanks.
No, Michael, thank you for listening. I mean it.
She's really going through it.
Hi, Dee.
Hey, beautiful. You okay? 'Cause, girl, you look like shit.
I haven't been sleeping well.
Thanks, Dee.
Here I am. That's how much I love you, right?
Aw. Well, I appreciate us having a girls' lunch anyway. Just give me 5 minutes so I can finish off this paperwork.
Oh, no rush. I need to drop off some stuff with Eddie.
All right. Oh, help yourself to some cobbler. Mrs. Romero sent it over after I caught her flasher. It's in the break room. You better hurry before Greggs kills it off.
Mrs. Romero's cobbler? I'm on it.
I'll meet you in there when I'm done with this.
Let's go see Eddie first. That's the holding cell.
At least we didn't spend the night here.
Could have been bad.
Try not to hang out upstairs too long. Chief's orders. Sorry.
Armory.
Sounds like Eddie's busy. I shouldn't bother him. I should probably drop the paperwork here. Eddie's gonna be busy for a while.
He's busy.
Uncle's in there. He's really letting that guy have it.
What's this?
I guess we kind of exposed some holes in their
Oh,
security.
that's right. We might have looked through the archives. File request on internal network using your personal login info. Retrieve automatic reply containing single-use code sent to your email. Enter single-use door code. Code is valid for 1 hour. Oopsies.
I probably shouldn't eavesdrop, but
Let's eavesdrop.
no more snooping.
Ah! I wanted to eavesdrop. Okay, let's go get some cobbler.
I wonder how Uncle's feeling about me moving away. We haven't really talked about it. Morning.
Hola, Miss Ronan.
Cobbler! Cobbler! Oh, that looks so good. This is your lunch area. Keep it clean.
Dessert for lunch. Pretty cool, right?
Pretty cool. Yeah.
I've always had a sweet tooth. Got it from my mom. She baked darn near every day. Need to start being a little careful, though. Doctor's orders. Brenda may be...
Hey, Gregs.
Crime and Delos Crossing vacation plans?
Got any big vacation plans coming up?
We'll probably go up to Anchorage for Thanksgiving. Linda's sister lives up that way. But I'm also secretly planning a family trip to New York City for New Year's.
Oh,
Been saving
God.
for 2 years, and I got it all arranged under a fake email.
That's really cool. I'd love to go there someday.
It's probably our last big trip before Lauren's off to college, so I wanted to make it count.
I'm sure everyone will have a great time.
I only say oh god because I imagine New York during New Year's is so busy.
Hey, Gregs.
Crime? Crime?
So, what's the criminal underbelly of Delos Crossing been up to lately?
Poachers, vandalism, a few memorable cases of public indecency.
Public indecency?
Nothing too serious. Which is fine by me. Boring is good. Not like Juneau. My daughter's always begging to move there, but that is not happening.
Why?
What's happening
Juneau's
in Juneau?
Awesome. There's like actual things to do there.
Drugs, that's why. Property crime's double the national average. People coming in all the time from God knows where.
Drugs.
Oh, I didn't know that. What are you having?
Trout pie and, black radish. I'm on a diet.
Trout pie.
A cobbler diet?
Hey, shh. I won't tell if you won't.
Can I shoot?
You haven't had a three-pointer coffee break in a while.
Shoot some
You
hoops?
remember how that one shot of yours went wild and smashed the picture of old Chief Burke?
Yep.
Oops.
Couldn't show my face around here for a week.
Well, I'll let you in on a secret. Most people hated Burke anyway. Your dad's a far better chief than he ever was.
Eat cobbler. God, this looks good. I haven't had cobbler in so long.
You were not kidding about the cobbler. This may be her best batch ever.
Right?
Hey, sorry I kept you waiting.
No worries.
You'll never believe it. We caught the mailbox bandit.
Yes.
And guess who it was?
Who was it? Wait, what?
Wait, huh?
You know, the perp who's been going around stealing people's mail and dumping their packages into the snow. Anyway, Dr. Torres caught him. She's got him locked in a cage in the back of her SUV.
Wait, she's got him where now?
It's a raccoon. Delos Crossing's most wanted turned out to be some trash panda stowaway.
Of course it was.
And this is how legends begin.
Anyway, hun, I'm so sorry to bail, but I gotta run this little guy to animal control now.
No.
Probably best I take a rain check.
Oh, it's okay. Totally, I
You need
understand.
to give her a present at
Duty
least.
calls.
Thanks.
Give present.
Oh, I brought you a little something to make up for missing your birthday.
Oh, cute. Little
It's not
box.
much, but
You're kidding. I love it. Did you make this? How did I get so lucky? Delos Crossing's not gonna be the same without you, girl.
oh, come on.
Right, I'll call you later. And try to get some sleep, all right?
See ya.
Sleep? What is sleep?
Well, there go my lunch plans.
Hey, your brother didn't tag along today?
No.
He didn't really want to show his face around here after the mess he made yesterday, huh?
Sorry about that.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. It got kind of out of hand.
Don't worry. We know it wasn't your idea, but
Well,
look, we're all worried about you. This isn't the Allison we know.
The Allison you know?
Yeah, the sweet, smart girl who'd never hurt anyone on purpose.
Tyler's
I
not...
know you two and the chief made peace, but I gotta say, it ate at him all day.
We did what we had to.
We did what we had to get what we needed.
I don't like that everyone keeps just blaming Tyler
All
for
right.
everything.
I just want you to be careful. I've been doing this for a long time, and people, they mostly don't change, even when we really want them to.
Yeah, see, I don't like
I'm
that.
really tired. Can we not do this?
Allison, I like you. I really do. I've known you since you were a kid. You're honest, stable. You're not a troublemaker. Tyler, I mean, if he goes down, don't let him take you with him, okay?
I can't do this.
Oh, are you okay?
Please just let me go. I need air. I need some air.
Makes me really sad that Tyler, like, took the fall for Allison.
Are you there?
And,
Tyler?
now it's like,
Answer me, please.
everyone won't give him a second chance.
Fuck. Why is he ghosting me? God. I can't breathe. Please stop. Okay. Okay. I've been here before. This will pass.
Breathe in and out. Time your hold and release to help Allison breathe. Okay.
I just need to breathe in and out. Follow the circles.
Oops. I didn't do it.
I just want to be okay.
This is really intense.
Just keep going. In and out. My heartbeat's slowing down. Hold on. You're getting there, Allison. You're getting there. I'm okay.
You did it.
I'm okay.
Oh boy.
Are you okay? Yes? Are you fibbing? I'm scared. I don't know what these people are gonna be like. Or when I'm gonna see you again.
We can still undo it. We can tell them what really happened.
No way. It's done. That's it. You're gonna be there to talk on the voice if I need you, right?
Of course. It'll almost be like we're still together.
It's time to get going now. Come on.
Wait, Chief. Just a sec. Hey, kids. I went back to the house and got a few things for you. I know how much he's meant to you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sam.
Oh, kids, this is just goodbye till next time, okay?
Aw.
Allison? What are you doing out here? It's freezing.
I just needed some air.
What happened? What's wrong, little moose?
We had a panic attack. Oh.
I think I had a panic attack.
It's gonna be okay. Let's get you inside and warmed up. Then we can talk about what happened.
I'm sorry. This morning has just been so... God, I'm embarrassed.
Don't be. You haven't had an attack in a while. What's going on?
I've just been so wrong. About everything.
Did Tyler say something to make you feel that way?
No. It wasn't him. It was me. I failed him. Over and over.
From here, it looks like you've been busting your ass to help him.
You don't understand.
Allie, you've got so much weight on your shoulders. With Tyler coming back. and
Get your
big
feet
move,
off the couch.
You know, maybe it's time to ease off some of this other stuff that's clearly stressing you out.
If you mean Marianne, I can't. I owe it to Tyler to see it through.
Do you? I don't know why you've always blamed yourself for that. It wasn't your fault.
That's not true.
That's not true, Uncle. I was there.
You were 11 years old. There was nothing you could do. You can't go on letting it haunt your every waking moment. Look, you're not your mother, okay?
What do you mean?
I mean, something happened to her. Something bad. I don't know what it was, but it never left her. You can't make that same mistake. You gotta tell those ghosts to move on.
I killed Marianne. We're just gonna be honest.
Uncle. It was me. I was the one who had the scissors.
What? What are you saying?
What do you think I'm saying?
She was threatening Tyler. So I stabbed her. I killed her. I killed my mother.
But Tyler confessed.
Yeah.
He went to Fireweed.
Yep.
We lied.
He sure
We
did.
lied to everyone.
No. How could you let him take the blame?
It was a mistake. I know. But we were in shock. Tyler wanted to take the blame, and I let him. But we should have told the truth.
Must have really hurt. Keeping that inside all these years.
They pretty much just bottled it up. And now it's all I can think about. Everywhere I look, she's there. I can't take it anymore.
It's not easy to admit something like that. It takes a lot of courage, Allison. I should have seen it. I'm so sorry. None of this was fair to you two.
Thank you, Uncle.
How are you feeling now? Any better?
Probably not.
Relieved, actually. And really tired.
Crying is exhausting. Y'all ever just have like a really good cry and need a nap after?
I was remembering something earlier. I don't know if it even really happened. The day Tyler left for Fireweed, did Sam come by with some of our stuff?
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. He did.
He brought our goblins?
I remember he brought us our goblin figurines. And we had a big group hug.
Yeah. He borrowed the house keys so he can go out and get them.
He was over at our house a lot. Fixing things, chasing off animals. I know you didn't turn up anything about who our biological father was. But did you ever think it might have been Sam?
Ooh. Well, your mom and him were close, so that's a possibility, but I never found any proof, no.
I should go talk to him.
Are you sure that's a good idea?
Yeah, why not?
You need to get some rest.
I have to do this.
We haven't been sleeping
And not
anyways.
just for Tyler. For me too. I love you, Uncle. Thank you for everything. I'll call you later.
Woof. Okay. I am really happy that we decided to, like, come clean about it. Yeah. It's Tyler taking the blame for everything because everyone's just like, oh, he's just a bad kid, you know?
You can do this.
Not a fan. Where are we now? Out of order, go around. And that's right, we're going to go talk to Sam. I'm like, what are we doing now? Where are we? This is beautiful, though. What's over here? Is this just like a lookout point? Lean. Ah, yeah. That's nice. That's a good view. It's a really nice view. I'm not like the biggest fan of winter, but
let's do this.
It sure is pretty.
Family's family. Get it. Fucking. I already got the lifters in there. damn it. Need some thread sealant. Oh, Allie,
Hi, Sam.
Hello.
Hi, Sam. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
You don't seem to be fine.
What are you doing?
My cousin Billy bought an old motorboat, but that fool drowned the engine taking her out. Yeah, I told him I'd fix it. Can't put any of the chain or the valve covers back on. So, did you need something?
Wanted to talk.
I was hoping to. I actually wanted to check out your boat, is all.
Allison.
Yeah. Well, all right, here she is.
So, I was over at the station and I was thinking about some things.
There's the boat.
Yeah?
You've known us for a while.
Your whole lives. You puked all over my slick denim button-up.
That's a nice memory.
Great memory. Let's look at the boat. Hi,
I haven't
Gadget.
seen your boat in the water for a while.
Yeah, it was time for annual haul out.
Annual haul out.
Haul out?
Oh, yeah. You gotta get her up out of the water so you can fix up the hull.
Hi, Gadget.
Missing some tools I need, so it's taking a while. So, how's she doing?
Huh?
You go to her diner sometimes, right? Your friend works there?
Oh, you're trying to ask me how your ex-wife is doing.
Yeah.
Saw her the other night.
Yeah. We ate at the diner the other night. She was there. She had just cut all her hair off. No bananas on board? Really?
Damn right. Not just superstition. This one time, this greenhorn brought one on board. Well, you wouldn't believe the day we had.
No bananas on board. And this was the banana's fault?
And this was the banana's fault.
Bananas are bad luck, sure as hell. Every single time I throw a banana off board, the fish start biting.
Gadget.
All right, if you say so.
Where's your brother?
We had a fight.
We had a fight.
Bit of sibling rivalry, huh? Oh, you should have seen me and my little brother have at it. Right up till the end.
Are you gonna be long? I was hoping we could talk.
I don't need my ears to fix an engine. What's up?
Never mind.
Please, can we talk? Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Gadget, it is so
See,
so hard to see
how's the
what
house
I'm
coming
doing.
along?
Physically painful. Okay,
Honestly,
bye.
physically painful. It'll be a miracle if I don't throw out my back.
Let your brother do the heavy lifting.
So he can throw his back out? Not better. So,
What are you doing wandering around in the middle of the working day?
I'm off today. Sam, could we talk now? It's a little important.
Ain't that what we're doing?
What's over here?
God. This article about ocean acidification is really unnerving.
What's that?
Oh, there's an article in today's paper about how climate change is ruining the ocean.
Oysters are vanishing at unprecedented rates due to increased acidification of ocean waters.
Fewer whales. I don't know where we're headed, but we sure as hell are going there.
Take this? What is this? Am I still in the WD-40? Okay. Hey cuz, I left you my boat a month ago, and far as I can tell, the only work you've done is test how much beer you can fit on it. I paid you in advance as a favor because I know you need it, but god damn it, I need my boat. Family is family, but get it done by this weekend, or I'm reporting it stolen, and I know you're tired of brown on your ass. P.S. Answer your goddamn phone. Ooh. Sam's not doing so great. Summons. You are hereby summoned to appear in answer of this complaint on the following time and date. Uh-oh. State of Alaska versus Sam? Ooh, no. Sam, what's happened? Okay, this is a bank statement. Our current balance is almost negative $500. Or I should say Sam's balance. Okay, ballot for the Alaskan Fishermen's Association. A dinghy. Is there anything else over here? Maybe I can fix a boat. Can I go up the stairs? Lean. What's over here? Notice, do not enter. Authorized Sam only. Authorized Sam only. Sam, give.
Would this help?
Oh, thanks, Princess, but that ain't it. It's in a red can.
Not a princess.
In a red can?
Having some trouble?
Can't get these nuts loose because my idiot cousin let them rust.
I got a can of rust remover somewhere. If you come across it, pass it over, yeah?
Oh, sure.
Red can, red can, red can, red can. Maybe over this way. Now that I know what is happening. That is not a red can. Examine the map.
Oh, I know this one. The introduction will be forever burned in my brain.
Political ecology of the marine
Your
world.
mother gave that to me. Really got me thinking about things.
Impressive collection.
The moon's
want some?
engineering,
Take 'em.
navigation,
I don't
and
really navigate
ocean
anymore.
tides.
Thanks. Whoa, that's a really nice sextant.
Well, it sure is.
Sextant.
Present from my old crew for my 30th birthday.
It's beautiful.
It's beautiful.
Well, it's mostly just for decoration these days, but I'm a big fan of doing things the old-fashioned way, you know?
Hey, an encyclopedia of astronomy.
Ooh.
I have this one.
Oh, yeah. That's a good one. Real detailed.
I didn't know you like astronomy.
I didn't know you were interested in astronomy.
Well, how are you supposed to navigate if you don't know your ass from Orion?
You know, that is very fair. I still don't think I have the right thing. It's not, I mean, I just picked up something in a gray can that has a red line on it. Give.
How about this?
Huh? No. No, it should be on one of those shelves back there. Don't stress yourself out. I can work them free eventually.
Oh. Ooh!
Oh, damn it.
What happened?
Shit, you okay?
busted my finger with that stupid wrench. Grab me a gauze. Should be in that cupboard over there.
A cupboard? Oh my god. Now I'm stressed. Now I'm so stressed. This cupboard? Oh, well, there's a red can. Yeah. Of course I can't take it. Oh my god.
Yeah, the gauze should be in that.
I know. I'm on my way. I'm on my way. I'm on my way. Ooh, ouch. Sam, you should probably like wash your hands first.
Are you our father?
Figured you'd ask me that question someday.
Well, are you?
Well?
I wish I was.
What the hell kind of answer is that?
I'm not
I'm
your
sorry,
daddy.
Ellie. But the man you're looking for, he ain't me.
Sam, you should probably wash your hands first before just like putting gauze on it, you know?
Oh, okay. Guess I'll just take your word for it then.
Well, what do you want him to say?
You got no right coming in here, getting angry at me for something I got nothing to do with.
But you were so close.
But you two were so close. I know you meant something to her.
You honestly think I would have let you two grow up without a father? I may be a deadbeat, but I'm no coward.
But you must know something.
I truly don't. Your mama, she never... Look, we were just friends. I mean, take a look at old Sam. No woman like Mary Ann would ever think twice about a
I don't know about that.
guy like me.
I'm so sick of this. I'm so tired of trying to unravel all of Marianne's fucking secrets. I don't understand her. I want to hate her so much. But I don't even know who she was.
Come with me. I want to show you something. Come in.
Oh. When was the last time you cracked a window?
Eat something, Fritz. Come over here. Sit with me.
Gotta let some of the stank out, Sam.
Much better.
Ooh. See the dipper.
Looking sharp, first mate Kansky.
What's that now?
These pictures.
Oh, well, yeah, that was, long time ago.
But that Sam's just like, Marianne would never go for a guy like me, and he's actually like...
What do you do on board?
Oh, I worked the deck.
He looks
Started out doing
handsome.
maintenance. Collecting the garbage, cleaning the hull, ranked up to navigation after a while.
Right. Hence the sextant. Where all did you travel to?
Mostly worked the Southeast Asia route. Vietnam, Cambodia, around those parts.
Wow. I had no idea you were so worldly.
Well, I worked on a cargo, so I didn't get much shore leave. But, you know, there's really nowhere my legs feel as steady as on the deck of a ship, steering her toward a deep blue horizon.
Sam really needs to, like, make sure he washes his hands before just touching shit. What's this?
If it gets the house sold, it gets the house sold.
It's the, real estate. Sam was a hero. Garbage?
Why is there a burnt up pan in your garbage?
Oh, yeah, that. Might have fallen asleep cooking dinner.
Oops.
Glad you're still with us.
Yeah, no shit. Pay to the order of Samuel Kansky, $150, $150, Richard Kansky. Dad talked to Mom and she said you were having some trouble. It's not much, but hopefully it's enough to put some food in the fridge. Call me, Richard. He hasn't deposited the check yet. I'm assuming it's because his account is in overdraft and it wouldn't actually help him, really, at this point.
What's all this?
Here, I kept a few things.
Examine.
I remember this. We got this on our trip to Juneau.
Uh-huh. She saved up for a whole year to make that happen.
Dear Sam, I'm writing you from the little hotel you recommended in downtown Juneau, and you were right. The kids loved the whale mural. Our other favorite was the Raven mural at City Hall. Today we took the tramway to the top of Mount Roberts. Kids wanted to hike the trail, but we only made it to the totems. Tomorrow we're going to hike to Nugget Falls to see if the glacier still looks like what's on the other side. Hope, hope. Hope you're hauling them in by the barrel load. Marianne. Happy birthday. Dear Sam, most bears only live to 20 or 25, so congratulations on making it to 29. I certainly wouldn't have survived long out here without you, so thanks again for everything you do. Laura is a very lucky woman. I know you think the best part of your past has been erased, but as long as you don't forget, the Anichek Rose will always be seaworthy. It just might look a bit smaller in memory. I hope you get some time on the water with Richie this weekend and catch everything you deserve, including some new memories. Happy birthday, my cherished friend, Marianne. They were really close. The little boat.
Mother made that. Oh, she was a real artist, that one. Kind of like you.
Swords and schemes.
Oh, I took her to see that for her birthday. She hated every second of it. Whole drive back, she talked about how it butchered the books.
Did you like it?
Did you like it?
Well, fell asleep before I even saw a sword.
So it was a good movie. It was a great movie.
Look at these ones.
She looks happy.
Very happy.
She was.
When was this? Why are you wearing a square hat?
Oh, yeah, that was when I finally got my captain's license.
Cute.
Marianne's the one who pushed me to get it. Made me wear that stupid hat when I went to take the oath.
That's adorable.
Huh. Yeah, Laura took this one. We'd been working on that barn for months. That roof was a son of a bitch to sheath. Rain just kept on leaking into the loft.
Oh no.
Wait, the barn has a loft?
Oh yeah. You didn't know?
No, she didn't tell us.
What's in the loft?
Is that a trap door?
Yeah. She had me close the whole thing up. Told her it was gonna be real hard to get any hay up there, but she said she didn't mind.
Sam.
Do you know what's up there?
I could tell she didn't want to talk about it, so I respected that.
Well, we're gonna empty out the sale, so I guess we know enough.
Well, you It's like I told you, that house meant everything to your mama. It's all we got left. You can't just throw it away.
I'm sorry. I don't want to, like, tell him to just let it go.
I'm sorry. I know how hard this has been on you. But you need to move on.
Okay, we're just gonna tell him to move on anyways, I guess.
What's done is done.
Maybe it would help to talk to someone about it?
I ever tell you about the time I broke my leg? Shin bone snapped in 3 different places. It's stuck in my ass for a month. No use to anybody. I was so down I couldn't even bring myself to get out of bed. But your mama, she has having none of that. She got me up one morning and drove me to a nice spot by the harbor. I watched the boats come in and out all morning. You can't let yourself be defined by the parts that are broken. That's what you told me. You gotta find a way to work with what you got. Think about that a lot. Gotta remember.
Woof. Or Sam. Let's go into the barn and see what we can see. Are You My Daddy? Learn the truth about Sam's relationship to the twins.
Get the hell off my property. Now, if you ever come back here, I'm going to kill you!
Oh.
Hey, Tyler? I've been looking all over the place for you. Are you alright?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Whoa, whoa.
I don't think you're very
Let's
fine,
get you off
Tyler.
your feet, okay? Come on. Listen, if you want to be alone, I'll go. But if there's anything you need to get off your chest, I won't snitch.
You saw Allison?
Yeah.
How is she?
Yeah. I went back to check on her this morning. She was in a pretty bad way. Whatever went on between you two, it wrecked her.
Look, I don't want to drag you into this.
Well, I'm already in it, and you look like hell, so...
Too bad.
I just got a lot on my mind.
Well, I know one thing that's good for that. As a wise man once said, fishing is the cure to the wounds of the heart.
Was that you?
Was that wise man you?
Hey, like I said, I gotta write my own legacy. So, you in?
Yeah, let's fucking go fishing.
I don't know.
Come on, Tyler.
We're burning daylight. Let's go.
Let's go fishing.
Where are we gonna go?
Why go anywhere when we have a perfectly frozen lake right here?
Ice fishing in November?
Yeah. It got cold way fast this year. Climate change. That shit's gonna kill us. But hey, fish first. You can walk behind me if you're afraid, though.
You're actually serious?
Yeah. Of course he is.
I am a very serious man, Tyler. Let's go. We still have to get everything out of the car. Stage is set. It's showtime. Whenever you're ready.
You sure you don't want to go?
Nah. Look, no way I'm gonna rob you of your first catch in your own backyard.
All right.
Got everything you need, by the way?
Yeah, I'm good.
Man, I'm so gonna miss this.
Miss what?
Just hanging out and fishing and... You know, I'm not gonna have a lot of time after we move to Juneau with school and the JC and everything.
Right.
So did any of the people you came up with at Fireweed land in Juneau?
Oh, I'm not sure. Once they left, I never really kept in touch.
Really?
Everyone moves on.
People came and went a lot. And besides, everyone moves on eventually, right?
Not everyone. Not people who get so close they're like family.
I already have a family.
Well, there's a reason we think of families as trees. They keep on sprouting new branches. And...
Oh, hey, I think I've got a bite.
You got a bite? Oh, we got a bite.
You got this. Reel him in.
Reel the line in before the fish gets away? Oh my god. We're fishing. We're fishing.
Come on, pull up on the rod.
S. Hold S.
Reel him in.
Complete the circle to catch the fish.
Now give it a nice pull.
Got it. Slippery little. Got it.
Bravo.
Every game
Pace
needs
yourself. It's a
fishing
marathon, not a
minigame.
sprint.
Thanks, Sensei.
Oh, hey, did you want to make solid plans to hit the buzzard hole?
What's
The
the
river
buzzard
might
hole?
ice over soon, so we shouldn't wait too long.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure.
Sweet. I was planning to go Saturday. I'll pick you up on the way out.
Cool. I'll set my alarm to ass crack of dawn.
Weston.
You got anything good in there?
Maybe, but who says I'm willing to share?
Fair.
Okay, fine. Be that way.
Can I have something?
You have this whole fancy bag just for ice fishing?
You don't mix and match. Ever.
Jeez, you don't mess around, do you?
Told you earlier. I'm a very serious man.
It's a really nice bag, actually. Whoa, we got another fish!
All right, here we go.
I have never been so excited about fishing.
Okay. Okay. How about them apples?
Oh, nice job. So, you weren't all talk.
Impressed?
I only see 2 fish in my cooler.
For now.
Yeah, just wait.
So, what are you gonna make with what we catch?
Hey, you got me figured out. Slice of fresh fish, topped with garlic,
Ooh.
pesto, walnuts,
Ooh.
just a drop of olive oil. Pure perfection. As my partner in crime, you're entitled to a cut.
Works for me.
Works for me, partner. So, about last night. I don't know what Allison said, but from my side, well, I thought we were on the same page. But it turns out we weren't.
Hey, so don't tell her I told you, but last week your sister was almost unbearable. She was jumping up and down with excitement at you coming back.
No.
Really?
You better believe it. Look, the last time you saw each other, you were kids. Just because things have changed doesn't mean you can't work it out.
I pushed her too hard.
I know. It's probably my fault. I really pushed her last night. I just don't get why she always has to run away from everything.
You blame her?
Avoiding the problem doesn't make it go away. She's so fixated on selling the house. It's like she's trying to bury the past.
I mean,
All
yeah?
Even the good parts.
Look, I'm not picking sides here. Okay, but she's been murder house girl ever since it happened. Now she's got a chance to put it behind her and start fresh. Shit, I'd be pretty eager too.
I was the kid who killed his mom.
Yeah, well, I was the kid who killed his mom.
Oh, we're
and
separated.
I still found a way to confront my shit. I mean, I'm here, doing the work. Even though, every second, I've got to fight the urge to run straight back.
To fireweed, you mean?
Yeah. When I first got there, all I could think about was getting out. It felt like a cage. But after a while, it started to feel more like a shell. I figured out who I was in there. But now, I've got to work out how to be that person out here.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, none of us really know what we're doing.
This is true.
Like, shit may look bleak now, but your sister's never gonna give up on you. And you
Never
can lean on
gonna
me too if you
give
want.
you up.
Just be careful, okay? Got a bad left shoulder.
I'll keep it in mind. Thanks for listening.
Don't mention it.
Oh, we got another
Don't you
fish.
say anything.
Don't you see anything? I got this.
Easy. Oh. Whoa. Bam. 3 out of 3.
Well played. I got nothing. That was clean.
Huh.
Catch all the fish
I'm
with
a little
Michael.
disappointed.
What?
Hey, can I ask you something that's pretty personal?
Sure. Take off the gloves.
You've been with people, right? Romantically?
Oh?
Yeah. A few. Have you?
No. Not really.
That's kind of surprising.
I'm good on my own. I never really thought about it. I never met the right person. Never met the right person.
I guess the right person just never came along?
But you're open to the idea?
Yeah, I could be. Let's say I'm reevaluating.
You want my take on it?
Sure.
Heartbreak sucks. Look, I stopped listening to the entire indie folk genre just because I was dumped at a show once. But I put myself back out there just like everyone who's ever gotten their heart stomped on.
Oh, Michael.
Because when you meet someone who really sees you, you don't have to pretend anymore.
Hard to argue with that.
Hard to argue with that. And you're still interested in being that someone? Even after all the shit that's happened?
Hey, I've got baggage too. I think it's worth a chance. Don't you?
We're in total agreement.
I think we're in total agreement here.
Yeah?
Yeah. I get this feeling like I could say or do anything with you, and it'd be cool. I feel safe.
You are. Because your sister would kill me if I did you dirty.
Yeah, she would.
So, doesn't look like you're catching anything with that. You want me to show you how it's done?
Go for it.
Gay? I love it.
Hey, you're missing the show.
Make a move. Make a move.
You okay?
Cute. So cute. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. That was really cute. Couldn't imagine not making a move on Michael, to be honest.
So, yeah.
Yes, one way to put it. Hey, Allie. I think I'll just show myself out.
Hey, Allie.
Okay.
Your brother and I just
Call me
made
later.
out while
You know I will.
ice fishing. No big deal.
Sorry for interrupting.
No, it's totally fine. We were done anyway.
We kissed.
Catch anything?
Fish
Mostly
and
ice,
feelings.
but yeah.
Tyler, I'm sorry for freaking out yesterday. All of this, it's just been really hard on me.
Don't apologize. I was being an asshole. We should have never pushed you that hard.
Come here.
Yay. Oh.
God, why did I miss you so much? It's only been a day.
I've been told I have that effect on people.
I just love their relationship.
Okay, so I need to show you something.
What? You're kind of weirding me out.
Can we sit down for a sec?
Hi, baby girl. Gadget has come to say hello again. Maybe.
So, what is it?
I was just at Sam's. He's not our father.
How do you know?
I asked him, point blank.
Arson's not his style.
I'm not surprised. Burning down the barn didn't really seem like a Sam move.
Yeah, I guess it was silly to suspect him in the first place. He'd never hurt Mary Ann's kids. There's something else. Look at this. This was taken in 1992 when Mary Ann first moved to Delos Crossing. See that ladder? Sam told me the barn has a loft. He helped her build it. Apparently she never told anyone about it.
And it's still there?
As far as he knows, yeah. What do you think? Should we give it a shot?
We've come this far. And a hidden loft? That's got secret shit written all over it.
Secret
Let's
shit. Let's go. What you sniffing? Is it my lotion? You sniffing the lotion? Hi.
Ugh, what a mess. That's not gonna help us get this house sold.
Yeah, we got our deadbeat dad to thank for that. What do you think is up there?
I don't know.
How did we not notice
I'm trying
this
not to
before?
speculate.
Like at any point in
My brain is
time.
going to some real dark places.
We don't have to do this.
We don't have to do this. We might not like what we find.
When has that ever stopped us?
Do we got a ladder somewhere? There's a ladder. Can I? Well, I can't grab it?
What do you think is up there?
I don't know. I'm trying not to speculate. My brain was going to some real dark places.
It's probably just storage.
It's probably just storage. We're gonna find like 13 years of National Geographic or something.
Oh, hell
So why
yeah.
would she keep it a secret then?
I thought I saw something red over here, but guess my mind's just playing tricks on me. I thought I saw something red over here, but guess my mind's just playing tricks on me. Just a regular old light switch. Nothing here.
Nothing here.
The handle should be behind this.
Oh, I see.
Ah, there it is.
A red handle. I didn't even see this in the picture.
It's opening up.
The secret keeper always did store all the best secrets in the clouds.
Yep. Come on, let's find a way to climb up there.
There's a ladder. Let's go get the ladder. Jake. What is this? Oh, this is weird.
Can you see anything?
Nope, nada. Here, found a switch.
Ooh, scary.
Oh, shit. Well, that shaved a few years off my life. Whoa.
It's
her story.
Look, she left us something.
A puzzle.
It's got a combination lock with letters.
Do you think she hid the code somewhere in all this?
Probably.
Knowing Mary Ann, probably.
Well, you want to do this?
Let's do it.
Yeah. Let's start here.
Alright, examine. Touch?
It seems like it's not doing anything. Maybe it's broken?
Or maybe we just need to solve the puzzles in order.
One
We're
day...
not done with the other one yet.
Okay. One day, she took her tiara and ran away to the forest. Okay. So we just have to find out what the first puzzle is. Her cruel parents kept her locked away in their musty palace. The crafty goblin's good deeds. I'm assuming that would be the first one. Once upon a time, there was a young princess who felt hopeless.
Why are these pictures from the Book of Goblins here?
I don't know.
Okay.
Recognize this?
Yeah. It's from the story where the goblins tricked the Mad Hunter.
It looks like it, but it's different, right? Can you check the book?
Tab.
Well, here it is. Why do you think she changed the picture?
I don't know. Maybe it's a message. Like, the differences between the two mean something.
Something about Mary Ann, right? Since she's the princess?
Yeah. Why don't we try to find them all and then see if it makes any sense?
Once upon a time in a castle just beyond the ancient and deep forest, the Mad Hunter was punished by the Gold Lady for failing to return with the wise princess. For your failure, said the Gold Lady, I will take your left hand. You will return to the ancient and deep forest and hunt the wise princess, and if you can bring her back, I will return your hand to you. Fail again, and I will take your right hand. The Mad Hunter could hunt with just his right hand, but if he lost both his hands, he would never be able to hunt again and would no longer be a Mad Hunter, but only a madman. So the Mad Hunter returned to the ancient and deep forest, searching with his piercing eye for the wise princess. The crafty goblins were out searching for mischief when they saw the Mad Hunter on the prowl. "We cannot let him find the princess," said the goblins, and so they devised a plan. It was wash day, and the princess had hung her beautiful gown out to dry. They stole it from the line and stuffed it full of straw, and then returned to where the Mad Hunter was scouring the paths of the forest. As the Mad Hunter turned down a path that would have led him to the big wooden house, the goblins danced the straw princess in and out of view in the opposite direction. The ruse worked. The hunter fixed his piercing eye on them and followed. Through the day and into the night, they led him away from the true princess. As night fell, the crafty goblins realized the error in their plan. The Mad Hunter was now hunting them. If he caught them, he would not be kind, so they put their heads together to come up with a plan. It did not take them long to realize where they should go. They led the Mad Hunter to the edge of the deep and icy lake, and when he came into view, they weighed the fake princess down with stones and dropped her into the frigid water. Careful not to plunge into the depths themselves, lest the moon hag take her revenge on them. The Mad Hunter removed his clothing and dove in after the fake princess. He followed the shape of the sinking princess deep into the chilly water, down below where ice covered the lake's surface. Finally, he caught her, but when he spun her toward him, he realized she had no head and that her body was stuffed with straw. And then he felt a slippery fin brush his shoulder as the moon hag loomed overhead. The next morning, the princess went to retrieve her gown from the clothing line and found that it was gone. She immediately suspected the goblins of mischief and called, "Goblins, did you take my gown?" The goblins emerged from their cave and nodded sadly. "Now what will I wear?" asked the princess, sad and angry that she had lost her only dress. "Let us explain," said the goblins. So they told the princess the story of the Mad Hunter. And then they produced his clothing, which was a bit large for the princess, but much warmer than her beautiful gown. She immediately forgave them. "Thank you, my friends," she said, "for rescuing me, and for this clothing, which will keep me much warmer in the winter than my beautiful gown." The Mad Hunter was forced to remain below the lake with the moon hag, but she did not kill him, because even reduced to just one hand, he was too useful a servant. Though he plotted the day he would emerge to once again hunt the wise princess and earn back his left hand. And that is the story of how the crafty goblins rescued the wise princess from the Mad Hunter.
Okay, spot the differences. It moves. Oh, some of these parts are buttons. Or not.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Previous. Okay, so we need to remove this.
The Mad Hunter still has two hands here.
So this was either before the gold...
Or not.
Okay.
Huh. No goblins.
Yeah.
Wait. The princess is running away from the Mad Hunter.
Who was sent by the Gold Lady, according to the story.
Do you think the Gold Lady could have been Marianne's mom? I mean, she always used to say she moved to the end of the world to get away from her family.
Huh. Yeah, you're right.
Why do you think she added that castle in the background?
See the color of the flag? It could be her mother's castle. It looks like the princess is running away from it.
So, Marianne ran away from home. And she grew up kinda rich?
Okay, so... The trees?
It's not the same title, so I guess that counts as a difference. That's
Oh!
it. Whoa.
What's in there?
We did it. pictures, letters. Have you ever seen any of these?
All the pictures of Marianne I've ever seen were the ones hanging on the walls.
I can't believe she was a ballet dancer. Marianne.
And a good one, too.
God, that's so not her.
Marianne had lots of secrets.
Oh, poor thing.
Why would she keep an old drawing of a pet in here?
My birdie Polly, I'll miss you forever.
Wow, I don't think I've ever seen a picture of her that young.
I think that's her mom in the background.
Did you know she studied engineering?
No. It looks like she changed her major to visual arts.
I don't think she actually got it changed. The paper's not signed and it's all wrinkled. Like someone tried to throw it away.
Is she not allowed to change her major? Marianne, I can't do this anymore. You deserve better than cliche bullshit like, it's not you, it's me. The truth is, it's all just been too much to deal with, and I've realized I'm just not ready. Maybe if we could have dealt with all of this on our own, without your mom constantly putting pressure on us, things could have been different, but the damage is done, and it's probably too late for that now. I'm so sorry. You're an amazing person, and you made me a better man. I hate myself for doing this, but I feel like we'll both be better off apart. There I go with the cliches again. Please don't ever stop being who you are. Here, but I'm gone. Brent.
Could this guy have been any more cryptic? You think the guy with her is Brent? From the letter?
Probably.
I guess so.
The gold lady. That was definitely her mom.
So, did Marianne grow up kinda rich?
Maybe. Would have been nice to have some of that.
Tyler, see that little light? I think we need to solve this one next. There's the gold lady again. She's all over the board. There was a figure of her in that stash by the Mad Hunter painting, right?
Oh, yeah.
So maybe all of this is related to what we found in there.
Okay, her cruel parents kept her locked away in their musty palace.
Hey, I can move the piece next to the gold lady.
All these pictures. They look like images from Marianne's life before Delos, don't they?
Well, some of them do anyway.
Maybe that's it then. We need to figure out which ones are real?
The artist?
What's the gold lady doing?
Whispering something into someone's ear behind the princess's back?
Okay, so, alright. So, it looks like these are different, like, potential love options. So I'm assuming the artist, because I think in the picture it was an artist. And it looks like in these ones she's running away from whatever, maybe her major? Engineering?
The wise princess looks like she's trying to run away.
And she's being watched by the gold lady.
She was a ballerina?
The princess dancing, playing fire. Is that it?
It's opening.
I assumed it was the bird because of Polly.
What's in there this time?
Picture of the house.
Is that Carol?
Yeah, and Sam.
Carol and Sam.
Look at him. He's so young and happy.
Salmonberry Park, Kodiak Island, Eco Village Arts Workshops. Oh.
Salmonberry Park. Huh. Is that some kind of commune?
Looks like it.
From the good people of
weird to
Salmonberry
imagine her
Park.
living in a community like that. With, other people.
The weirdest part is how they all seem to love her. Where was prom queen Marianne when the whole town was turning on us?
Don't be a stranger. Keep on looking for those answers to the questions in your head to which you're blind. Smiley face. Shelley. We miss you already. Sol and Bronwyn. Sorry we're losing you to modern civilization. We'll miss your positive attitude and your adventurous spirit. Also, your wild edibles picking skills. Haha. Pretty Marcus. Bon voyage, Marianne. Rick. Marianne, you had the warmest, most beautiful aura, and I know you'll keep on shining wherever you land. Peace and blessings. Hirita, thanks for being our little ray of sunshine. Godspeed. Cabo and Wati. I like your pictures. Love, Kamala.
Wow. She worked for a watchmaker in Juneau before she moved to Delos. No wonder she was so handy.
Here's my Delos Crossing pal's number. I let him know you are interested in the house he's selling. Tammy.
Oh, so that's how she found the house.
What about this?
Her father.
Marianne, this is from 96. I hope this letter finds you, but since you didn't leave any contact information, I will have to send it to your aunt and hope for the best. I'm writing to inform you that your mother passed away last week. We just had her funeral reception. The house has been filled with people all day, friends, family, colleagues, and church members. It's now 11 p.m. and I'm sitting alone at the kitchen table, surrounded by dozens of trays of food, flowers, and sympathy cards. Your cousin Adia brought in a beautiful photo album full of our holiday pictures in La Connor. You're there in all of them, but you weren't here today. We haven't heard from you in 4 years and can only hope you made it to Alaska or wherever you are and that you and your child are both safe. Your mother had been sick and depressed for years, and you can imagine why. The pain of being shunned by her own daughter, knowing she would never get to see her grandchild grow up. It spread through her body like cancer and consumed her completely. All this suffering simply because you ran away like a temperamental little girl instead of accepting her help when you got pregnant out of wedlock. After dropping out of college and without a penny to your name, she only stepped up to help because she knew you weren't ready to raise a child properly. Marianne. A mother's duty doesn't end when her children leave home. Now that you're a mother yourself, I hope you will begin to understand that good parenting isn't about coddling children. It's about providing for them and shaping them into the people they're supposed to become, whether they like it or not. I won't trouble you again. You've made your intentions clear. I just thought you should know. I don't like this letter, Dad.
What the hell? Marianne was pregnant in 1992, before she even got here.
Before us? Do we have a long-lost sibling out there somewhere?
It's possible, but she could have given it up or miscarried. Who knows?
Yeah, you're right.
Who is it?
Do you think we could track down her father?
You mean the grandfather she never told us about? I don't think I want to.
I wouldn't want to
You're
either.
You're not at all excited about having more family.
You saw the letter. I don't think we want any part of that.
Fine. Let's keep digging. This just lit up, so I think we're supposed to try this one next.
What's this?
Some sort of map?
I wonder...
What's that plant thing on top?
Oh, those are definitely salmonberry flowers.
Yeah.
Hey, that degree in outdoor studies is paying off.
The house?
This is the princess's house. This looks like a dinner party with the old bear and the very old beaver.
Wonder if I have to solve it
That's
in...
the Gold Lady's castle. Some sort of clock? Damn it. Why is nothing happening?
Interesting. Okay.
That's the Gold Lady's castle. Some sort of clock?
What's that plant thing on top?
Maybe I have to
those
solve
are
it
definitely
in
salmon,
order.
but this is the princess's house. This looks like a dinner party with the old bear and the very old beaver. This is the princess's house.
What's that plant thing on top?
Oh, those are definitely salmonberry. Some sort of clock? That's the Gold Lady. Come on.
You need help?
Yeah, I'm stuck. Any ideas? I'm trying to make sense of the castle in the bottom left corner.
Well, it's like we were saying. The Gold Lady lived in one, so it probably represents Marianne's childhood home.
Okay, so maybe start with the
That's
castle.
the Gold Lady's castle.
Time.
Some sort of clock?
Then she went to
What's
Salmonberry.
that plant thing on top?
Oh, those are definitely. This
dinner
looks like
party?
a dinner party with the old bear and the very old beef. This is the princess's. Come on.
And the house. Okay, so I'm a... Oh,
This is the princess's house. This looks like a dinner. Come on.
okay. I'm gonna look at the items again. I'm sure I'm just missing something silly. So we've got the house.
Wow. She worked for a watchmaker in Juneau before she moved to Delos.
So this
No
was...
wonder she was so handy.
August 1992.
Is that Carol?
Yeah, and Sam. Look at him. He's so young.
So that would have been
happy.
Potentially after she got the house? Salmonberry. Is there a date on this?
Salmonberry Park. Huh. Is that
June
some kind of
1992.
commune?
Looks like it.
Okay.
So weird to imagine her living in a community
So I'd
like
say
that,
like
with, other people.
The weirdest part is how they all seem to love her. Where was prom queen Marianne when the whole town was turning on us?
so maybe Salmonberry. The watchmaker. That's probably what the clock represents. The house. This, and then... okay, hold on. I think I have an idea. Okay, Salmonberry
What's
Park.
that plant thing on top?
Oh, some sort of clock?
The house.
This is the princess's house. This looks like a dinner party with the old bear and the
And
very
then
old beaver.
contact
That's the
from
Gold
the
Lady.
family.
Come on.
No. Interesting. Okay.
What's that plant thing on top?
Oh, those are definitely salmonberry. Some sort of clock?
Maybe...
This looks like a dinner party with the old bear. This is the princess's house.
and then the family?
That's the Gold Lady. Come on.
Maybe it has to start and end with... That seems really silly to like start and end with it, but what if? I'm assuming I need
That's
to
the
get
Gold Lady's
everything
castle.
lit up. Okay, Salmonberry.
What's that plant thing on top?
Oh, those are definitely some sort
Watchmaker.
of clock.
Then she got the house.
This is the princess's house. This looks like a dinner party with the old bear and the very old beaver.
There we go.
Yes.
Finally.
What's in there? Another letter?
The princess's laws. Is this from the Book of Goblins?
Not that I know of.
Well, sure looks like it could be.
The princess's loss, once upon a time in an ancient and deep forest, there lived a wise princess in a big wooden house. She had made it through the woods and to that house with nothing left but the clothes on her back and a single item from her old life. A splendid tiara. She lost almost everything in her desperate flight from the mad hunter. The trees tore the rucksack from her back and shredded her dress and left a pattern of red welts on her skin. But through it all, she clutched the tiara close to her chest, fearing any misstep could cause it to fall from her arms and break. The tiara had its own spot in the big wooden house, a pillow near the window where sun would catch on its surface to shine and wink. The princess could stare for hours at the tiara, marveling in its beauty and running her thumb down its curves. Every morning she would wake and she would tend to it, polishing its every surface to be sure it shone as brightly as it possibly could. Then she would pluck it up, place it upon her head, and walk the woods, feeling somehow more complete. Because what, after all, was a princess without a crown? Every night she would place it upon its pillow, give it a quick kiss, and go to bed. On her way, she would pause and glance back to be sure it was still there. She hated to be separated from it, but she knew it was safest on the pillow while she slept. One night, the princess woke to a raging storm. The wind howled against the walls, rattling the windows in their panes. Fearing a gust might burst open a window and blow the tiara to the ground, she plucked it from its pillow and brought it to bed with her. And through the night, she held the tiara close, and in the morning, she woke to find herself still cradling it. The storm had passed, and the princess relaxed. That day was the same as any other, though she perhaps gave the tiara an even more thorough cleaning, grateful as she was that nothing had gone wrong. That night, she placed the tiara upon its pillow, gave it a quick kiss, and went to bed, pausing on her way to be sure it was still there. In the morning, she woke and sensed immediately that something was wrong. In the living room, the tiara lay upon the ground, broken, dull, and faded. Nothing else in the room had changed. The pillow was exactly where she had left it. The window was closed. There had been no storm, no wind. No sign that anything at all could have gone amiss. Only the broken tiara, mute upon the ground. She picked it up and held it in her arms with a guttural cry. But though she tried to fix and to polish it, it was gone, beyond repair and with no shine left. The princess held the tiara through the day and through the next night, sitting in the same spot at the window where she used to polish it. When the sun rose, she looked outside, and her gaze fixed on a sapling. She remembered how the sapling had survived the winter, clinging to life despite the frozen, unforgiving earth. Without a word, she went out and buried the tiara in the ground beneath the sapling, and as the final scoop of dirt fell, the tiara felt truly gone, and with it, the final link to her old self. She could only go forward and find a new place for herself in this world, where she was no longer truly a princess in a tiara and a beautiful gown, but a wan woman, alone in a deep and ancient wood. And that was how the princess lost her most precious treasure and her title.
And that was how the princess lost her most precious treasure and her title. That was the story she read us that night.
God, it makes sense now.
Yeah, she got pregnant. And she ran away to start a new life. And then she made her way to Delos Crossing, where she was finally happy. But then the baby died.
I can't even imagine how she must have felt. She left everything behind, built a whole new life for him.
That's the thing that never left her, that Sam mentioned.
He was just gone.
I guess having us helps her move on. But when it looked like we were gonna be taken away, she snapped. She just couldn't lose any more children. It really wasn't anything we did.
I don't know what I'm supposed to do with all this.
I don't either, but all I wanted was to understand what happened to her. And now I do.
Yeah. But we still haven't seen what's in that chest. Okay, so how do we open it?
I think there were... Yeah, there's symbols on the doors. The LOE.
All right, should be easy enough.
Oh no, it's gonna be in the exact colors. So orange is E, L is red, O is...
All right, should be easy enough.
Leo. Oh no.
Yes.
Is it something of his?
Whoa.
Did it just get darker in here?
Yup. Oh boy.
Ollie. She noticed.
Dear Allison and Ollie, we write
I was your
stories
son.
to understand and be understood. But what good is a story without a first act? I'm sorry I kept mine from you for so long. All my love, goblins.
Why does she have a photo of that tree locked in here?
Oh. Leo.
Is that...
Leo Ronan.
Is that where he's buried?
Why didn't she tell us about him? Why didn't she tell us any of this?
I mean, it's fucking terrible. That's why.
Yeah.
Allie, did we do the right thing opening this?
We did. It's better we know what happened, even if it's hard. And there's one more thing we need to see.
Are you sure?
Yes. Come on, let's go to the dock.
Oh.
It's time to finish this.
Do we have to?
The very old beaver's repair list.
That's the story where the princess's house gets damaged by a storm and the animals help her fix it.
Yeah. What did they do to fix it again?
Can I... Oops. The beaver fixes the house. So it looks like they fixed the roof. The post. The wind blew the shingles off the roof and the planks off the walls, and even bent this post. Okay, so fix the post.
She slapped the post with her tail to right it.
Fix the...
She fixed the planks that were blown off the walls. She fixed... All right.
Oh.
Yeah. That must have been rough on Eddie.
Yeah, he doesn't really like to talk about her.
Dear Marianne, you cover your ears every time I try to have this conversation with you, so I thought I'd have a better chance doing this in a letter. I know you don't like saying goodbye, so I'll keep my melancholic rambling short and sweet. I want to thank you with all my heart for taking care of me for these past few months. I can't even imagine how exhausting it must have been for you to look after a sick old lady when you also have 2 small children at home. I know you want me to keep fighting this disease and hoping for recovery, but it's always been a great strength of mine to know when it's time to let go, and that time has come. I'd like to ask you for one last favor. Please take care of Eddie after I'm gone. My poor boy puts on a brave front ever since his father died, but I know he's in pain. I would be so much more at peace knowing he still has family. Maybe he could teach the kids how to fish. He loves spending time with them. Thank you for the warmth and the peace you brought to my life. Give the kids a kiss for me, will you? Carol. Oh. Alright, let's look at this one.
The crafty goblin's good deeds.
Of course. The goblins had to help out the creatures of the forest to pay off their debt to the pelican.
Well, what did they do?
You know, I don't really remember.
Pelican forgives the goblins. Once upon a time in a deep and ancient forest, there lived a pair of crafty goblins. Looks like something had been pasted on top afterwards. One day, as they were out foraging for food, the pious pelican landed on a rock and dumped a smorgasbord from her beak, which the goblins knew was magic and never emptied. There were king crabs in red, blue, gold, and scarlet, veiny blue shrimp, pink shelled scallops, oblong brown clams, purple spiny urchins, and even one prickly red sea cucumber. The food just kept on coming. Her beak never empties. She won't possibly miss a couple of crabs, said the second, licking her lips. Uh-oh. So the goblins ate some of the stuff. Just then the pelican woke up. What happened to my food? She asked, unable to lie about it. The goblins confessed their crime. The pelican was dismayed, but she was a charitable-hearted bird, and she could tell the crafty goblins were growing little creatures. Goblins, said the pious pelican, I will share my food with you, but you must return, follow my example, and be as generous with others as I am with you. They found the stalwart moose struggling with an itchy, hard-to-reach spot on his back. Sorry. And so they climbed up and gave it a good scratching. And next they helped the old bear, reading is hard, who could not get the honey out of the narrow beehive. They climbed up to the top of a tree with the hive and then dropped it, cracking it open. Finally, they found the princess, crying over a loss she would not speak about. So they wrapped their little arms around her in a great big hug and stayed until she felt better. Okay. And that's how the pious pelican forgave the crafty goblins and how she taught them charity. So, we dropped the beehive.
They broke open the beehive for the bear.
Gave the princess a hug.
They hugged the princess when she was crying.
And scratched the back.
They gave the stalwart moose a good scratch on the back. Nailed it. Our lives would have been so different if their friendship hadn't gone to shit.
The Pelican Crossing is a specialty gift boutique located near the O'Shea Glacier, centering wow, catering to Gastineau Channel tourists as well as Delos Crossing locals. We specialize in an assortment of high-quality products from home accessories, handmade souvenirs, to personalized apparel and locally made art. The Pelican Crossing will be the first store to act as a relay between the buzzing arts and craft scene and customers. In addition to a wide array of novelty handcrafted products, the consumer will enjoy friendly and knowledgeable customer service from Vecchi store co-owner Tessa Vecchi and up-and-coming artist Marianne Ronan. This business plan is prepared to obtain financing in the amount of $20,000 to purchase inventory and to help cover expenses in the first year of operations. In year 1, the Pelican Crossing plans to break even, and in year 2, we plan to generate a moderate profit. Working on the executive summary part of our business plan. What do you think, Tessa? Okay, let's go look at this one.
The old bear's gifts for the princess. I'm totally blanking on that.
That was this way, I think. Alright, once upon a time in the ancient and deep forest, the old bear stood on the bank of the river, swiping at salmon on their way to the spawning grounds. Just as he'd got his paw on a particularly fat one, he heard a woman shouting for help. He considered simply eating a salmon, but then she screamed again, and he lumbered over to investigate. After a short walk, he found the princess clinging to the top of the tree, while a wolf snarled and snapped at the base of the tree. Old Bear would normally not get in the middle of such a situation. After all, as a fellow predator, he understood the wolf's need to hunt. But when he saw the princess, he was struck by her beauty, and he knew he had to help. With a great roar, the bear heaved onto his hind legs, rising to his full height. The wolf snapped and snarled in his direction, but the bear roared again, and the wolf took off into the trees, tail between his legs. The old bear fell back down onto all fours and stared up at the princess. She regarded him fearfully. "You can come down," he said. "How do I know you didn't save me just so you could eat me yourself?" asked the princess. "I suppose this is a fair question," admitted the old bear, "but I promise I won't eat you." The princess had no reason to trust the old bear, except that he had kind eyes, and so she slowly made her way down the tree. When she reached the ground, the bear only watched her, and so she supposed she was not going to be eaten today. "Thank you," she told the old bear. "Of course," he said. "Can I walk with you back to your home?" "Of course," said the princess. And so the princess and the old bear walked together through the forest back to the big wooden house. After that day, the princess would occasionally find gifts from the bear: a fresh-caught salmon, a handful of ripe berries, a newly bloomed bluebell. One spring, when a sudden thaw flooded the path out to the princess's home, the old bear was there, and she rode his back across the river. The old bear began to think that the princess should be his mate. After all, she had no mate, and she needed one, and he could keep her warm and provide her a much more suitable den, and catch fish for her, and protect her from wolves. She, in turn, would brush out his fur and pick berries without smushing half of them, and scratch that one part of his back he couldn't reach. And with how she took care of the goblins, she would be an excellent mother for his cubs. One day, the old bear came with a ring of spruce and asked the princess to be his bride. "I'm sorry," said the princess. "You are a very good friend, and I appreciate all you've done for me, but I cannot marry you. You're a bear. I'm a princess. It would never work." The old bear was crushed. "Can we still be friends?" he asked. "We will always be friends," said the princess, "but I will never marry you." The old bear and the princess carried on their friendship, and after 1 year, he tried again to ask her to be his bride, but once again she refused him. This happened 1 year later, and 1 year after that, and then finally the princess said, "Old bear, you are my dear friend, and I appreciate all you have done for me, but I would sooner you have left me to the wolves than marry you, and that is how it will always be. I have my hands full with the 2 goblins who live under my house, and they are all I need." That wounded the old bear deeply, but it was finally enough to stop his proposals. They remained friends, and he continued to give her gifts of fresh salmon and ripe berries and newly bloomed bluebells, but the old bear never again asked the princess to be his bride, much as he might have wanted to. And that is how the princess befriended the old bear and how she refused him.
Story. What did he give her again?
Why don't we open up the book and check?
We got fish.
Fresh caught salmon?
We got berries?
Some roses, maybe?
No, not roses.
Actually, I'm not sure. A newly bloomed bluebell?
Yes.
A handful of ripe berries?
Yes.
Nice. Man, he had it bad. Just couldn't let go.
Sorry for the note under the door, like a prison inmate. You okay? I stopped by and rang a couple of times this week, but you didn't answer. I could see the light in the hayloft, so I figured you were in, but didn't want to talk. I hope I didn't ruin everything. I know I probably came on kind of strong, but the thing is, I don't know how to talk to a woman like you. You are strong and kind, and you know so much it's hard for me to know how to keep up. I guess all that went to my head, but I want you to know I got the message, and I'm gonna get out of your hair now, and there doesn't need to be any bad feelings. We can pass in the street and say hello or not. It's okay. P.S. I noticed your car was leaking, so I put some sealant in there. You might need to take it to the shop, though. Let me know if you want me to come with you, because sometimes these guys try to rip you off. If not, no big deal. Sam. Oh. What are these?
Moonhag's gotta be imprisoned in her lake.
Oh.
Crafty goblins go here. That's the pious pelican spot. The mad hunter, always on the princess's trail. The very old beaver definitely goes in her den.
I don't think I got all of the collectibles.
Gold lady stays locked up in her castle. Back in your pond, Big Frog. We'll let the mangy muskrat have his rock back. The Ice King goes in the forest, obviously. There you go, stalwart moose.
Yeah, I'm missing a couple. That's unfortunate.
I wish she just explained all this to us.
Where did Allison go? Oh, she's over here. I was like, where'd she go?
The crafty goblin's loot.
That's from the princess and the two thieves.
Princess and the Two Thieves. Once upon a time in an ancient and deep forest, there lived a wise princess in a big wooden house. The house was built from the strong wood of the forest, and it kept the princess warm and safe. The princess was not a native of the forest, but she never spoke about where she had come from, for it made her cry. She did not have many friends, but that was how she liked it. The forest was big and deep, and many paths led to her home, but not many visitors passed by. The princess was happy to be left alone in the big house in the deep forest. She knew that the forest would provide for her, but that its generosity had to be respected, so she only took what she needed, and for a long time, life was just fine for the princess in the big wooden house. One winter day, when snow blanketed the hearth and ice bent the trees low, the wise princess realized that food was disappearing from her house. It was not much at first, only a few fruits and nuts and eggs vanishing during the night. Maybe it's the birds, she said, or the mice. And for a time, the princess was okay with losing some food, for the winter was long and little creatures needed to eat too. But then small items started to disappear as well. Spoons and plates, forks and knives and blankets. It was as if every time she was in one part of the house, something disappeared in another room. That can't be birds or mice, said the princess. I think I have a thief. So she went outside to look for traces in the snow and noises in the wind. But there was nothing to be found, nor to be heard. That's strange, said the princess. Maybe the thief is hiding inside my house. For many days she hunted, looking behind the curtains and under the bed, in the attic and the chimney, behind the poles and under the carpets, but she found nothing. And as she searched, food kept on disappearing, night after night. I will make a cake, frowned the princess. A big cake with every egg and fruit and nut I still have, so that I only have one thing to keep my eye on. She spent the whole day making the cake and using everything she had left. The cake she made was so big she could hardly carry it. If I manage to protect the cake, I'll be able to survive the long winter, she said. So she added a lock to the oven and she kept the big cake safe inside. But the next morning, the lock had been opened and the cake had disappeared. At first, the princess cried because that cake was the last of her food until the snow melted. But then she noticed 2 trails of tiny feet in the spilled flour, and she followed the tracks to a hidden hatch in the floorboards. This is how the princess realized that 2 tiny thieves were living under the wooden house right below her feet.
I drew the original.
And I distinctly remember drawing that cake, which is arguably the best part of that illustration.
All right, Picasso. And you probably remember what the goblins stole in that story, huh?
Yep. We stole some...
What if they took some spoons?
We stole some spoons?
Some flour for the cake, maybe?
Eggs.
I'm pretty sure they stole some eggs. Did they steal candy?
I don't think so.
Maybe not. Maybe they took some of the princess's fruit?
Put the flour back?
Or not.
There we go.
That's it.
Oh.
I always wondered where that drawing went. She said it was her favorite, and then one day it just disappeared.
You are the best mom in the world. The prettiest princess. All right, let's go.
You really want to go? You sure we've seen everything?
Yeah, let's go.
Either way, I'm ready for this to be over.
Me too.
All right, let's go to the dock.
What are we waiting for? I want to know who was here that night. Let's try and remember who Marianne was arguing with.
Almost. Tom? Tom Vecchi is our father?
Of course. It had to be him.
Tessa knew, didn't she?
Yeah, she must have. That's what she didn't want to tell us.
God, Marianne and Tom?
Uh-oh.
I know.
What should we do now?
Yeah, call him out here and make him tell us what was going on.
And if he won't?
We know his secret. He will. Tom? It's Allison. We need to talk. We know it was you.
That explains a lot. Oh boy. Not good. Oh. Not Tom Vecchi.
Let me take the lead on this. I know him better. I thought I did, anyway.
Sure.
Oh boy.
As long as we get answers.
Kids, listen.
You're our father.
Yikes. Yikes.
You knew how bad it got out here. How little we had. Why didn't you help Marianne?
You mean all the money she wanted? We didn't have anything to spare. Well, that winter was rough on everyone. You would have starved out here if not for all the free food we gave you.
Don't act like you had anything to do with that. That was all Tessa.
That's a cruel presumption, young man. Maybe it was Tessa's idea initially. But I supported it. And your mother was happy to live off our handouts.
Oh, I don't like this man. You tried to burn down our barn.
You tried to burn down our barn and knocked Tyler unconscious.
I never meant to hurt anybody. You weren't supposed to be home.
Doesn't excuse the fact that you didn't even stop to help.
What do you want me to say? I panicked. I was terrified that this whole thing was gonna blow up in my face. I had to do something.
You let Marianne drown.
You were here that night. You saw Marianne and Tyler. Why didn't you help?
I know it wasn't my best moment, but she threatened my life.
So you just decided to let her drown?
I didn't decide anything. Everything happened so fast, I panicked. And by the time I got to town, Brown was already on his way out. There was nothing else I could do.
You were here that night. You saw Marianne and Tyler.
Oh, I know.
Why didn't you help?
I know it wasn't my best moment.
I was like, what am I supposed to do here?
So you just decided to let her
We got
drown?
the memory sparkles.
I didn't decide anything. Everything happened so fast, I panicked.
I don't think I have any sympathy for Tom, honestly.
Brown was already on his way out. There was nothing else I could do.
About Marianne.
Hey. You hearing me?
Yep, sorry. I'm trying really hard to keep myself from punching him in the face.
I feel that.
Does he really expect us to believe there wasn't anything else he could have done that night?
I don't know, Ellie. I'd rather not think about it.
About the barn?
He's not even the least bit sorry for what he did. He could have seriously hurt you.
Yeah, he's just a fucking coward.
Punch him, punch him, punch him.
So what do we do now?
We tell him he's gotta fix the mess he made, one way or another.
You have to make this right.
You failed us, Tom. You need to make it right.
I'll do whatever you want. As long as none of this gets out.
Excuse me?
You want me to pay for my mistakes? Fine. But please, Tessa can't know. This'd kill her.
Tessa already knows, Tom.
No.
She has to.
That's impossible.
It never occurred to you the reason Tessa cut Marianne off was you?
But she never said anything.
She's pissed at you.
You should try talking to your wife. Maybe if you had, we wouldn't be in this situation.
Ooh.
And maybe Marianne wouldn't be dead.
Oh, come on. You of all people should appreciate how troubled Marianne was. She was unhinged. Something like this would have happened sooner or later.
I hate this man. You abandoned her.
And you just couldn't risk being there when it happened. Even though it meant leaving her to raise kids out here all by herself. None of this would have happened if you'd manned the fuck up!
I didn't have a choice. I know it shouldn't have happened. But, well, your mother was a very pretty woman.
I hate this man. Dude, what the
She'd
fuck?
been so many places and done so many things. The way I always thought I would have.
What a piece of shit.
I got caught up. Love made me a fool. Look, I made mistakes. But this will not go any further than the three of us.
Why? We know. Tessa knows. Marianne's dead. There's no point in hiding it anymore.
He's afraid it'll tank his campaign. Am I wrong?
Jesus, Tom.
I've kept your secret all these years. I don't want to go spilling it. But I will if I have to.
Fucking do it.
Yeah. Your little story about self-defense. I've never told anyone how Marianne really died.
Huh?
That night, I came out here because I was worried about your mother.
Tom fucking sucks. Like, oops. Fucked your mom, got her pregnant. I was already with someone. Abandoned my kids.
Why do they do it? They made me do it. They made me do it. Why did they do it? This is his fault. This is his fault.
Mad Hunter.
Mad Hunter. I'm not gonna hurt you.
Tom, you didn't fucking see what you thought you saw. You murdered your mother. Oh, well, she thought she was gonna kill Tyler.
No. No way. You're a fucking liar.
I saw what I saw.
You're manipulating us just like you manipulated her.
Tyler!
You're not listening to this, are you?
Be smart about this, Allison.
Ugh.
Are you sure you want this to get out? You've got way more here to lose than he does. His name will be all but clear, but you...
So?
You'll be a killer. What will your uncle say? And Michael? Well, the whole town might turn on you.
Don't touch her.
I hate this man.
You know I'm right.
Just get out of here, Tom. Tyler and I need to talk alone.
Just please. Think twice before making any rash decisions. There are a whole lot of lives at stake here.
Leave us the fuck alone. And never come back.
The fact
Allie, you okay?
that Tom was just like, oh, oh,
You
she
didn't let that asshole get to you.
fell
did
in
you?
the water and I'm not gonna go save her. Like,
Did you?
What if he's right?
dickhead.
I've been having all these nightmares about that night, and they were a lot like how Tom said. And now, when I try to remember, that's all I can see.
He's trying to mess with your head, and you're letting it work.
No, it's more than that. Ever since we started digging, I haven't been able to shake this feeling like something's off.
Something's off because he put this in your head. Don't let him get away with it.
He might not be lying. We keep getting things mixed up. We remember totally different versions of the past.
Those are just details. This isn't that. She was going to kill me.
I'm not so sure anymore, Tyler.
Again, I feel like from a distance, seeing a woman with a shotgun in front of her child is kind of frightening for a kid, right? Like, I mean, even for an adult. Regardless, it's just like a really unfortunate situation for everyone involved. The more we learn about Marianne, the more it's just like, why?
She had a gun pointed at me.
Why would she?
She chased me. She said she was going to kill me.
Fucking hell.
She threatened Tom with those exact same words, with the same gun, on the same pier. The thing you said to Eddie the other day got thrown back at me. Don't you think it's possible that happened here too?
I guess it's possible. Fuck.
I don't like the idea that I'm gonna have to choose how this ends.
I don't know. And we're never gonna know the truth, are we? Because the second you walk away from something, that's it.
Yeah.
I guess at this point, you just have to decide what you believe.
Me?
Yeah. You need to start dealing, Allie. And that means coming to terms with whatever version of the past feels the most true to you. No more running. Whatever you choose, you gotta live with it, okay?
I don't like this. Oh no.
I'm not gonna hurt you.
Stick to your memory.
I'm going to kill you!
Marianne.
I'm going to kill... I'm not gonna hurt you.
But like, why? Oh.
Kill you!
I'm sticking with Tyler.
I'm I'm going to kill you! I'm going to kill you!
No, don't do this. Mom, no.
Allison. This isn't... What?
We're just not gonna deal with it. We're not gonna deal with it.
Tom was lying. Marianne couldn't face being separated from her kids again. And the only way to make sure that never happened was for all of us to go together. I know it in my heart. I saved you. I saved us.
I know. You did the right thing.
It's also very
Wanna
interesting
go back inside?
that Marianne depicted Tom as the Mad Hunter in all of the writings. I don't know. I don't know if I feel good about this. Like, I want to believe that Marianne wouldn't have threatened Tyler, but I also don't know.
Hey, peep what I just found downstairs. What do you think? Will it have aged well, or just gone bad? Cheers, I guess.
I can't believe Tom thought we'd buy that story. And that I almost did.
Yeah, I still can't believe he and Marianne. What the hell did she see in him?
Wish I
She
knew.
was probably just really, really lonely after she lost Leo.
I could never get that lonely.
Listen, with everything that's been going on, it got me thinking. About our voice. Like, that maybe we should stop using it.
What?
I just don't trust it, and I think we'll be better off without it. This morning, I kept getting these horrible visions. Of you and Marianne and Eddie.
Visions. Like our memories?
Yeah, but different. It was all my worst thoughts brought to life. You were in my bedroom saying I abandoned you. Eddie called me a snake.
I'm sorry. I should have been there for you.
It's okay, I was the one who walked out. I can't let that happen again.
I don't think it will. Something's been pushing us to find answers. And now we have them. Maybe I'm wrong. And if it stays bad, we can stop. But I really want to keep what makes us, us.
The Mad Hunter was forced to remain below the lake with the Moon Hag, but she did not kill him, because even reduced to just one hand, he was too useful a servant. Lo, he plotted
What do you
the day
think?
he would emerge.
Brothers and sisters?
To once again hunt the wise princess and earn back his left hand.
Always.
And that is the story of how the crafty goblins rescued the wise princess from the Mad Hunter.
Oh. 6 months later. I'm very curious to know how many people picked Tom's side of the story. Tyler cut his hair.
One last look. I'm good to go.
Oh, we doing a little looky-loo?
Hey, it's me.
Hey, me.
House is empty. I'm getting ready to head out. So, last chance. Is there anything you want me to do while I'm in town?
Listen, Ty, you're dropping off the keys with Tina, right?
Yup. Gonna leave them at her office on my way to the ferry.
Well, that's it then.
How's Juno?
How's Juno?
Big and full of people, even without tourists. Michael's been writing up rules for the apartment. I need your support against his whole food policy.
Just refuse to sign anything until I get there. Okay?
Okay, but you better hurry. If he gets his way, we'll only have one small shelf for junk food.
What? Heresy. I'm gonna need like twice that just for snack cakes after my surgery next month.
I know, right? This cannot stand.
How are you?
How are you?
Good, actually. Really good. You?
Same. You know, emptying the house really cleared my head out.
Thanks for doing that. The observatory really needed me this week. And after everything that happened, I just felt like I needed to keep some miles between me and Delos Crossing.
No worries. You still loving your therapist?
Gail, yes. I was actually just doing some letter writing she assigned me as homework. It really helped me get some perspective.
That sounds awesome.
Heard about Tom? Think he lost.
Did you see the article I sent you about Tom losing the election?
Ah, yes. I saw your message right before derby practice, so I didn't have time to read it. But I did cackle at the headline.
Did you picture Tom's face whenever you went in for a block?
No, but that is a great idea.
Anyways, I'm glad Tessa finally left his ass.
Yes,
Karma's
Tessa.
Okay, I'm gonna hang up now.
See you tonight.
Okay, I'm gonna take one last walk through the house and then head to the ferry.
Drive safe.
Pretty sure that's the only way possible in the old Allison mobile.
Love you, Tyler.
Love you.
Aww. Delos Crossing most wanted escapes. Oh no. The male stealing raccoon is back at it. Go outside. I love that Tom lost the election and Tessa was like, you know what? You're a piece of shit. I'm leaving you. She deserves better. It's so pretty in the spring, with all the flowers starting to bloom.
Yeah, time to move on.
This game really is beautiful. Just the scenery. Okay, we're taking a little last look in the house. I was gonna look at that. Oh, I'll look at a couple of things actually still before I go back inside.
Seeing it empty is so weird, but at least it's the last time I'll ever have to.
What's this? It's a chat between Michael and Tyler. Must be a relief to finally be done with that place. Tyler, no doubt. If traffic's not too bad, I should be back at our place around 4 p.m. Haha, traffic in Delos. Only if the mailbox bandit escaped. Hey, I'm making that biscuit thing you like. Damn, on my way. I'll probably take out some fire hydrants and stop signs. Don't die. I'll keep it warm. See you in a few. Cute. What's this? Oh, take my laptop. What's this? Examine, please. Watch your head, Tyler. I love this. The change from winter to spring on the little, like, 3D card. We used to get those every so often, and I think one of my favorite things was to just, like, scratch the surface of it, because it made a fun noise. Okay, I'll have to look at those in a minute. Uppies? This house really needs some work.
Goodbye, broom. Goodbye, room. Goodbye, man on the moon. For posterity.
For posterity. There's moose. Moose on the walls. Is there anything else up here besides... We're gonna lean? I do love, like, a little loft situation. Oh, there's a...
Certainly hope the new owners are Mr. or Mrs. Fix-It.
There's a paper airplane. Yeah, I love a little loft area. The 2 goblins. That's cute. Is this the washroom? Yeah. The wallpaper is really just coming off the walls. Juno University, join us. Apply now.
Huh. Well, at least she finally dumped his ass.
Dearest Tyler and Allison, I'm writing this letter from Juneau International Airport where I will soon board a plane to Manila on a missionary assignment. I apologize for not coming in person to say goodbye, but I was called to make this decision alone and to carry it out on my own as well. I'm sure you understand that sometimes we must follow without question and prompting of the spirit. I will not be coming back to Delos Crossing for some time. Before I go, there is still something I feel I must confess to you both. Perhaps because I've never found the strength to confront my husband. I have never been able to forgive Marianne for her betrayal. I truly did love you both like my own children, and I always tried to forgive your mother for her unapologetic lifestyle. But when I discovered that you were the fruit of her affair with my Thomas, I wanted her to suffer like I was suffering, and I brought down on your house the wrath I never dared to allow to unfold in mine. I've been deeply ashamed all these years, and I'm surprised how much better I feel with it out in the open. The greatest thing about truth is the peace it brings to your life. I hope you can find it in your hearts to forgive me. You have taught me once again how love will bring you further in life, something that Marianne had been trying to show me all along. Take care of each other, always. In his steps, Teresa.
Sucks to suck, Thomas Anthony Becky.
Veni Vedi Losty. That's hilarious. Thomas Vecchi loses mayoral election against current Mayor Leslie Scow. Mayor Leslie Scow declared victory in her bid for re-election over controversial challenger Thomas Vecchi, with almost 68% of the vote. Scow's triumph was the widest margin of victory in Delos Crossing history. Her rival, local business owner Vecchi, sparked much debate in the community over his gun control policies, but Scow's success has been mainly attributed to her willingness to reach across party lines signs. Many in the community say her re-election came as no surprise. According to sources close to the city council, Scal invited Vecchi to join her mayoral cabinet, but Vecchi refused. Vecchi declined to comment on the election results, except to say that he plans to focus on his family and other business pursuits. Some in the community were baffled by his comments, given the recent shuttering of Vecchi's business, the highly popular Tessa's Cafe, managed by his wife Tessa Vecchi. In a separate statement, Mrs. Vecchi announced she was ending her thriving business to focus on personal and spiritual matters. Sucks to suck, Vecchi. Send picture to Allison. This house really needs some fixing. A selfie. Aw. Take the pictures. Hey goblins, word in town is you guys finally sold the house. I came by tonight to help you fix what needs to be fixed, but there was nobody home. Are you gone already? Things change so fast these days. Anyway, you know where to find me if you want me to fix things. If you're still in town, I mean. It's getting late and I'm pretty tired. Oh, and I'm sorry for acting like the stupid ass I am. Everywhere I look, I think about what used to be. I've been trying to do better, but I think it might be too late for an old bear like me. Not sure if this will reach you. It's getting late. Call me if you're still around. Be safe. Sam. P.S. I wish it was as easy to fix everything as a boat. Okay, I think that's about it. Let's go back out the front door, I guess, and get the fuck out of Dodge. Leave the house for good.
Well, this is goodbye for real, I guess.
Fjord.
Hey, Aaron. It's Ty. Tyler Ronan. I thought I'd catch you on your break between sessions, but I guess you're going long with another rebel with too many causes.
Are you reaching out to our mentor?
I know I haven't reached out since I left Fireweed, but I just wanted to say, well, you were right about grief. About it going in circles. This morning, I was out on the porch staring at the fog, and my mother, she just tumbled right out of me. But it was okay. It actually felt good to remember. Anyway, give me a call back if you get a chance. I'll see you around. And thank you.
Ugh. That's the end of chapter 3. Complete the story with the twins strongly bonded together. Oh. I feel like that was a really beautiful way to wrap up the game. It's just heartbreaking. Like, I feel like any, you know, either way it ends, right? Like, whether or not we believe that Marianne had a break and was going to harm the kids, or whether we believed that she wasn't going to, and Allison just murdered her mother. I don't really feel like there was going to be a happy scenario for that, but it does feel like the twins were at least able to come to terms with the past and move past it. And just leave their past behind, leave it in the past, and move on with their lives. It still hurts, though. It still breaks my heart. What the hell? We're just gonna let the credits roll out here. Yeah. I do really want to see how many people picked Tom's side of the story, though. I almost picked Tom's side of the story, even though I was just like, this guy's a piece of shit. I hate him. Oh. But I figure stick to my guns, stick to the twins' side of things. I am also, like, really happy to know that Marianne also eventually came to terms with Tyler being trans. Like, she had clearly taken the time to understand. Yeah, I do wish I hadn't left, like, I didn't leave so much time in between the last chapter and this one, because I feel like it would have hit much harder if I had played them all much closer together. But they did a really good job of, I mean, the entire time I was like, I don't know what the fuck's going on. I didn't know what was happening until, and I mean, it still feels like it's relatively open-ended because it gets you to pick what your ending is. But I do feel like they did a really good job of kind of keeping you guessing, because partway through I was like, is this like really supernatural? Like, are we, we're seeing the Mad Hunter and stuff like that. So I wasn't sure what direction it was going in. I also almost started crying during the conversation between Michael and Allison when she was talking about, you know, the shit that was going down. It was a really emotional scene, and honestly the voice actors did an incredible job of like portraying just like the emotion and panic. And then of course Michael just not only saying that he like heard Allison, but was also like, hey, like I've been in a similar position, and kind of helping make her feel like she wasn't alone, and, you know, guiding her towards maybe talking to someone about the fact that she killed her mom. Whether it be, you know, self-defense or no. I am still very curious how many people picked Tom's side of things, though. The entire time I was just like, this man. Terrible. Awful human. Oh, I didn't want my wife to find out. Dude, she already knows. And then just the fact that he's like, oh, well, your mother was happy to live off the handouts we gave her. Sir, I will personally reach through the screen and knock you out. Got some of the music. It has gone silent, so I'm assuming this means that the credits are ending. All right. Oh, interesting. I didn't even realize that you could, so you can't see behind my silly face, but it says Tyler and Allison. Allison was grateful they completed Marianne's puzzle. 16% forced the chest open. 84% completed the puzzle. I didn't even realize that just forcing the chest open was a possibility. Oh my god, Allison felt that standing by the twins' memory was the right thing. 63% believed in Tom's testimony. 37% believed in the twins' memory. The twins trusted their bond and kept their voice. 5% let go of their voice. 95% held on to their voice. Eddie Brown. Eddie was relieved that Allison accepted responsibility in the murder. 67% confessed the truth. 33% did not confess the truth. Sam felt understood by Allison. 30% confronted Sam with his addiction. 70% listened to Sam's story. Michael felt closer to Tyler. 71% kissed Michael. Yes. 29% did not kiss Michael. I need to talk to this 29%. Yeah. If you or anyone you know are struggling with suicidal thoughts or experiencing emotional crisis, you can find help using these resources. You matter, and we need you in the world. And then there's the hotline information. So yeah, that's Tell Me Why. So that officially wraps up our first playthrough of Tell Me Why, and also my first like game series that was specifically filmed for YouTube and not just not stream VODs. So just a major thank you for sticking with me through this series. I hope you enjoyed the playthrough, and if there's anything you want me to play next, let me know. I'm not sure what I'm planning next. I do really enjoy these just very story-driven games. Okay, well that's it for me. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye!